the remnant of nomads, feel lost in a world they don't recognize, controlled by evil forces who seek to enslave them. They have trained and prepared for this very moment.
What's going on, y'all? Let's add the comments to the screen. What's happening? Happy Saturday morning, Friday night, Saturday morning, depending on what coast you're on, of course. Clint Eastwood, what's going on? What's going on? Yeah, man, I wish I had more time in a day. I always say, God, I wish you would have made days 36 hours long. But then they probably would make us work like 12-hour days every day if they did that. So, yeah, I'm pretty tired, but we're going to power through. Live life. What's happening? Good to see you. Good to see you. Jojo, good to see you. Good to see you. So, yeah, man, catching up on the week. Just got done with a great workout. Hit the gym, 2 hours, hit the stairs, core training, trying to get in shape. And then I went over to the Armsman. I went to go visit the Armsman in person and got something new here. Is Glock TLR1. Pretty sick, which is going to be getting the Cordura wrapping. I think we're going to go with the, I grabbed the wrong one. I did. I think we're going to go with the Tiger Stripe with the gold. What do you think? And yeah, Armsman might start offering the Cordura wrapping, and I might be the one doing it for him. So we're going to test it out and get that going. Which would be pretty cool. He got one for the wifey. Little 43X with no light. I'm going to upgrade her from the bodyguard. Give her a little bit more capacity, a little bit more energy on target. Running the 9mm. What's up, Frag Out Designs, bro? Always an honor to have Frag Out Designs join us. Always an honor. Absolutely love all the work that you do, Frag Out Designs. Check out Frag Out Designs, Frag Out Design Studios. Dude's amazing artist. And some of the best laser engraving. And now I think he's got his Cerakote stuff up. So pretty cool stuff. But yeah, so that was mostly what the day consisted of. And applying for jobs and doing all that stuff. Just trying to take one step at a time, have faith, like have good positive outlook on life, even though things can be hard sometimes. And freaking out never fixes anything. So what's up, Marengo? Good to see you, bro. And your health has to come first, man. You cannot, I've done this too many times in life. That's why I was almost 260 pounds at one point. And yeah, punishing yourself for what's going on is just not the way, y'all. It is not the way to sulk, to smoke bud till your face gets numb, to drink, to sulk in your emotions, because it may feel good temporarily, but it fixes nothing. Then we got to refresh. It actually sets you back in life, man. And as someone who has experienced those things at times in life, all I could say is, man, it's just okay. So that takes me farther from the center. Okay, there we go. So yeah, I'm not sure who's watching on the vertical live. Let's see. What did Frag? I just got paint in today. Got to relearn how to do it again now. Oh yeah. You'll figure that out in 2 seconds. Marengo, what's happening? Are you high? No, I do not partake in anything except for some nicotine pouches. It's been many, many years since I did partake in anything like that. But it's not, it's not good for you, man. It's not good for your mind. I know people think it is good for your mind and it mellows you out, but like the thing is if you can't mellow out without it, then it's not good for you, right? Like it's doing something to where you're not taking the time to deal with it and learn how to cope in life without something external. So you do that and it makes you feel better, right? And then there's this vicious cycle, like I don't feel good without it. So I need to do this and then I feel good. But it's like you can feel good without it. You can. I have many of friends who overdid it. And at a time, maybe I overdid it. And yeah, I mean, it's just you don't need it. You think you do. It costs money. It costs your health, dude. You only get 2 sets of lungs, and it is not easy to change, right? Like to break a habit or to start a new habit, people say it takes like 6 weeks, right? Um, so Udaho V3Y. I have no idea who that is. But I am married, so no physical compliments around here. But probably some of these names I haven't heard of are watching on the vertical live stream, so that's probably where they're coming from. So yes, just something to think about, man. I'm very grateful in life that I was able to kick bad habits like that. I still would like to stop using nicotine, to be honest with you. Sometimes it helps, sometimes it doesn't. Sometimes it gives you jitters and raises your heart rate when you don't really want it to. So maybe microdosing it would be good. Microdosing is kind of the key to everything. Microdosing is the way to do stuff, especially stuff that interacts with your body. Johnny 2 Glocks Propane. What's going on? What's going on, Johnny Propane? Good to see you. Garen Wilson. What's happening? Glad everybody's here in the building. But yeah, man, so I went to go see Armsman and he was like, man, you look like a new person. He's like, you look like way younger. And I'm like, thanks, dude. Like, I really appreciate it. Been working really hard trying to get in shape. And it was nice because I haven't had anybody really see me besides my wife and my kids. And my kids notice it. My wife notices it. But it was nice to hear that from Armsman. And dude, the quality of what this guy, like, look at that, man. And it's actually, so I've never had a holster where a TLR1 felt comfortable to wear because of the size. But this right here, I put it on right away. And I was blown away by how I could wear a larger frame pistol. And man, felt amazing. So like, this is just blown away by it. Absolutely awesome. Shout out to Armsman. I think Kurt, Fat Rooster, everybody's stuff should be either shipped out or it's done. I've seen it. So everybody's good on their holsters, getting it out. If anybody orders from the Armsman, orders holsters, and he's been having issues a little bit with his website and stuff. What's up, Fat Rooster? Good to see you. I got to take a peek at your holster today. It looks phenomenal. So yes, he got it done right away. And I appreciate him for that, man. And anybody, if you order from Armsman and you have any website issues or whatever, hit me up on Instagram or in the chat or something, and we'll make sure that your stuff gets out to you as promptly as possible. And I don't get anything for it, man. Obviously, he gets me a holster sometimes. This one is pretty amazing. But I just want to make sure everybody's happy and everybody gets everything that they pay for and stuff like that, man. It's we're a community of people who look out for each other over here. So if you're new or if you're strolling, welcome. Feel free to subscribe. This channel is really just getting rolling. We did a rebrand from Red Dawn Readiness, and now we are Nomad Remnant. Drewski, what a dooski. Good to see you, my brother Drew in Oregon. Sweet. He sent me the tracking. Thank you. Got you, brother. You know it. You know it. Matthew Telhart. What's going on, brother? Good to see you, Matthew. Glad you're here. Seeing the chiropractor tomorrow. Awesome. Awesome. I hope they fix you up. Chiropractors do a lot of good work. I mean, obviously they're unconventional medicine, which is fantastic. They can try new technology and stuff that's out. I've actually been watching some really cool stuff and found out I have a friend from high school who became a chiropractor. So Damian Christ. I'm sorry, you changed the name. Damian Christ. Good to see you. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. But yeah, where was I just going? So yeah, Armsman, we will probably be offering, he will probably be offering Cordura wrapping. So I might be doing it. Hopefully that'll all work out. I'm going to get my X-Acto knife probably tomorrow and see what I can do with it. I call them bone ninjas. But yeah, man, tonight it's about fortitude. The stream is about staying mentally strong, staying in faith, even when things go south. Because guaranteed things are going to go south sometimes, like no matter what. DLD After Dark, I heard about you. Appreciate it. I hope they said good things. I hope you heard good things about me. But yes, so I mean, if anybody has any stories in chat they want to share or anything like that, I mean, I have plenty of them. And looking at electric dirt bikes and researching, the cops don't handle the kids much around my neighborhood when they ride those. Got my eyes on a Nova X. Yeah, I mean, I think electric bikes are fantastic. They're super awesome. I hope she beats me up again. Chiropractor, don't believe DLD. Just kidding. I heard about this guy, Fred Don. I never heard about him. Don't know him. Who is he? Fred Don. Doesn't ring a bell. Nope. Don't remember that guy. I think maybe he was on YouTube a long time ago and had a pretty cool channel, but it seems like he disappeared. He was a little heavy too, Fred Don. That new guy though, Nomad, he's in much better shape and better spirits and, more encouraging. But yeah, man, so I guess I could talk a little bit about firearms. You guys know I got a new firearm in a trade for one of the dogs from a gentleman who already had one of my dogs from the last litter. And we really wanted to thin that herd out. And his dad lives on my block. So we worked something out and he gave me a nice Glock because that's all I accept. And it had a Glock performance trigger in it. And I am actually blown away by the Glock performance trigger. Blown away. I actually think maybe it's too gentle to have it as a carry gun. Not that I think it would like go off in the holster or nothing, but like I'm quite used to like having enough take up that I could prep my trigger. It's like a 2-stage. The Glock is like a spongy 2-stage. Grungy 2-stage, but I'm used to it. And with the Warfinger triggers, it's actually very nice. Like, and you shoot your Glock enough, the trigger gets better. You have a good trigger shoe like a Warfinger. It does good. But I also was able to acquire, I didn't buy it, but I was able to acquire an Apex trigger. And so I'm going to do a head-to-head comparison between the Apex trigger with the trigger bar and the Glock performance trigger. And like brand new, dry firing them, I think the performance trigger is better. I got a Glock 45 in from that guy, and it has factory Cerakote, and it's MOS with a performance trigger. So it's a pretty good deal. I've got Glock performance triggers in all my Glocks. Nice, Marengo. Like, bro, that performance trigger. I don't know how there's a like. If someone thinks there's another striker fire gun with a trigger as good as a Glock performance trigger, granted, you're going to pay $100 more. Bro, the Glock performance trigger is kind of unreal. So, Garen, I've had pains there too, dude. And one thing I do is I get a corner of a wall and press against it. One thing I do in the gym too, Garen, every time I warm up, because I've had knots and stuff there, I get the cables and I grab, like, they have like balls. There's 2 balls, okay, on the cables. And then there's like a hook where you can attach different stuff. But I'll just grab the 2 balls. These are cables in the gym, okay? Keep your mind out of the gutter, guys. And I'll put only like 15 pounds on it, and I'll pull this way. And if you get like a rubber band, you can do it too. But it's your rhomboids, which are these 2 muscles in the dead center of your back. And the more oxygen you pump in there, so a lot of times it comes from, that pain comes from like being hunched over and bad posture over time. And not getting enough oxygen in there. And obviously, when the chiropractor gets in there, they dig it out. They pump oxygen and blood flow into that area. That's why it starts to feel better. But I would say if you're prone to that kind of stuff, where is that massage thing I have? I have a big giant hook. It's a massage thing too, where you can like put it right there and pull on it and move it and stuff. Because I get those bad. Yeah, on top of stress. Yeah, stress also sits there. Yep. Let's say it was a G, not a C, a Janik. Get that Turk out of here. PDPs are awesome overall. Okay, so I've heard that like they recoil more. The bore axis is kind of high. They're obviously more expensive. But I mean, I've also heard that they're pretty awesome. So like I've heard other things, right? And like the triggers are okay. Like some people are like, they got the best triggers ever, but like they're okay. They're not like blowing you away. Like a Glock performance trigger, you feel that you're like, whoa, how did they do that? How did they make that into and it's made by Glock, you know? So you're like, Glock runs same mags. Yes, it does. It's a 19 slide and a 17 grip or 47 grip, however you want to look at it, or a 45 grip, depending on, you know. But yeah, that is going into this holster. The C3PO, human cyborg relations, right here. Very cool, from the Armsman. And man, like I said, I already put it on and it was highly impressive. I love the triggers on my old PDPs. Got you. Mags are expensive though. Ooh, I hate when mags are expensive. Does a PDP come with 3 mags too? Because Glocks come with 3 mags and they're cheap. So you can get to 5 for each gun, like super easy. And I love that about Glock. It's like, oh, just pick up 2 more mags. You got 5 for every Glock. And if you have multiple Glocks, you have like quite a bit of mags. Okay. The Glock PDP has a performance trigger also. We'll test them out. We'll see the side by side. But to get the PDP with the performance trigger, what's the price versus getting a Glock with a performance trigger, you know? Because if it's like $300 difference, it's like I'm choosing the one that's maybe a little not as good, but $300 less. You know? Email is my best way I stay organized. Do you own any clones? I do. I own a PSA dagger frame with a Stifler manufacturer and slide on it, which is nice. Very nice. I own a Lone Wolf frame with an Ape Defense slide on it. And then I have a Bear Creek Arsenal Grizzly Glock 17. 2 Glock 17s and a Glock 19 clone. It's just, you know, with the Glocks that I have, I never really run them. Is the challenging part. But I probably would sell them for fairly cheap. I really need to sell everything now. So, Clint, if you're interested in one, send me a text at 407-308-5608, and I'll send you some pictures. No Bear Creek Arsenal ever. Here's the box. There's the box for the Grizzly Glock 17, actually. And tonight we're wearing the Griffin Armament shirt. Shout out to Griffin Armament. Absolutely love them and all that they do. Shout out to Griffin Armament. This is a suppressor box. I believe my suppressor. Yep. Recce 5K. One of my, the Recce 5K. I'm so glad that I have a designated 5.56 can. Designated 5.56 cans are the best thing to have. When you first get into suppressors, you're like, I need just one that'll run everything. It's like, yeah, obviously, because you're spending your money right now and you want one that you can use on all your guns and like learn about suppressors. Which is fine, right? Because when the next one, if you get that designated 5.56 can, it's like, okay, you got the 30 cal can that can stay with your 30 cals now. And now you have a 30 cal for those and 5.56 for those. And then a 9 mil can. The one can, there are some cans that are pretty solid at like everything. I would say the Omega 36M from Silencer Co. is pretty darn good at everything. You can run it on 5.56, 9 mils. The weight of it's good. It's got that mechanism where you can screw it and shorten it. It's very, very cool can. But I don't know. I like the Omega 9K as well, but that's not, you can't use that on everything. Happy 060626. That's a good call. WMG. Man, well, maybe we should keep our eyes towards the sky because we know how the forces of the earth that are in the darkness like numbers like that. Let me see. Hold on. Armsman says, I've got several. I will bring them both out, performance and non-performance. Both great triggers. If you like a Glock trigger, you'll love PDP triggers. Yeah. You're going to have to see there, Armsman. I've heard that there's more felt recoil in a PDP. Now, if you got like the metal frame and all that, and it's comped and everything else, but now you're talking about like multi-thousand, over $1,000 gun with a good optic on it. Me and my buddy were talking about this. Shout out to Swift, Freedom Training in Texas. He's like, how come on Instagram there's guys with like $2,500 staccatos with hollow suns on them? And I'm like, I don't know. I guess I never really thought about it, but now that you say it, I feel like I see that everywhere. I'm like, I see dudes with like, or custom Glocks, ported slides, Cerakoted, like, just, I mean, obviously red dots have gotten better. I get it. Like, red dots have gotten better. Like, I like the Go Wutar, which is not an expensive dot, but it looks pretty fancy. It looks pretty awesome. I also like the vector optics. And I mean, I guess it's like to each their own, you know. I guess if you already spent this much money on guns and you have to keep buying optics, it's one way to cut some savings because they do work. Hollow suns work just fine. Let's see. Garen Wilson. Okay. PDP, Glock 17, Glock 19, Glock 45, P220, P226, P229, USP 45 full size, which is a beast of a gun, super huge, awesome gun. USP 9 mil expert. Oh, that might be the king. I would love to shoot that. The P2000 CZ Shadow 2, CZ Staccato P Kimber 2K11. All you need. I think that's a little much for all you need, dude. That's a lot. I think you just need like a Glock 26, a Glock 19, and a Glock 45. You're covered. Throw a Radiant on the 45. Carry the 19 and the 26. Make the 19 like nice, magwell, good optic, good light. So that'll be your backup duty gun. 45 main duty gun, 26 small carry. Those 3 guns will last you the rest of your lifetime. And the triggers get better over time. So it's like, but I have to say that those are some pretty sweet guns. I'd rather have black nitride over Cerakote. I'm sure you meant Cerakote. Hey, boss man, what would you recommend for a lefty? Man, for a pistol, probably a Glock. I mean, you can just. I would recommend Glock for a Glock Gen 5 or Gen 6. You can flip the mag release, run the mag release as a lefty. You have dual slide releases. It'd be cool if they made a pistol that ejected out of the left side instead of the right side. Just like one model, you know? Like if it was like the 19 left-hander. That's it, because you only need the slide. Actually, you'd have to change the entire inside of the gun too and flip everything. So you couldn't just need the slide. You couldn't like swap it. Maybe you could. No, you couldn't because the ejector's there. But yeah, I mean, honestly, this is how I would feel. If I was a left-handed shooter, I probably would really like a BRN 180, the Gen 3 or Gen 2. Is there 4 gens out now or 3? The one that's before the newest one. With like right side charging. Or I would get, because they do make like left-handed uppers. And I would probably, like, if I was left-handed, I probably would have some custom stuff like that. Like I'd be determined to get an upper receiver that ejects out the left side. I don't know why, but I feel like if I was a lefty, I would be that guy who did that. Other than that, I mean, there's not too much different for lefties besides, you know, really the way things eject. You can get an ambidextrous lower, run everything the same. You can have your mag release on that side. You can have a bolt release on the other side. Like, I would recommend, if you're looking for an ambidextrous lower, you go straight to Griffin Armament and you get the Mark II ambi lower. It's probably the most affordable one on the market, and it's really great. And now they also sell backup parts kits. I would buy the ambi lower and a backup parts kit for it, and build it out, put on a quality upper, and you are rocking and rolling. And then a Glock, flip the mag release, done. I still hate spell check. No. This guy, we don't do that around here. We don't praise darkness at all. We live in the light of Jesus Christ. And yeah, I mean, hate to say things like that you could regret and be separated from the God that created everything that you see with your own 2 eyes and the 2 eyes in which you see it with. So probably not a good thing to say things like that. And I'm sure it comes from a place of frustration, feeling lonely. I'm sure like when people do this kind of stuff, it's like, I get it, man. You must have had some really bad stuff happen. Like, let everybody know all those mental issues you got going on, dude. Did somebody do something bad to you? Like, that's, you know, people don't realize that 3 words tells a whole lot about a person, right? Like, I can just assume you got some mental issues going on, you know? And then I can assume probably what caused them. So, welcome to the stream. I hope you find enrichment from being over here at Nomad Remnant, and I hope you engage with people in the chat and are civil and cordial and respectful, and I hope that you find something good from hanging out over here. So welcome, stranger. Gonna get you into the snub club sooner or later. Oh yeah, one day I will definitely join the snub club. Definitely. I have a left-handed 270. Nice. Chris from the 704 is a lefty. He has a YouTube channel. Nice. Yes, sir. Praise Jesus. Amen. Amen to that. Praise Jesus around here, dude. That's the only thing in this world that keeps it together. Is Jesus Christ. Is holding the whole world together. And even what's left of it. To roll with the carpenter around here. Yeah. Most of us roll with the carpenter around here. What was that? Aw. Got a little video of my son at the park today. Son is a lefty for pistol, but rifle, but writes right-handed. That's interesting. All right. I'm going to be honest with you. Is everybody, so I know Drew is like he does the switch. I think he's rifle lefty, pistol righty. And Drew, is it, and does that factor into you using one for rifle and one for pistol, or is it more just like you feel more coordinated and natural on your left side? Because, like, all right, so I grew up playing basketball. I talk about that a lot. And what I would do is for months on end, I try to do the same thing, G23. What I would do for months on end training for basketball was like pretend my right hand didn't exist and literally only use my left hand. I would shoot it with my left hand. I'd only pass passes with my left hand. And my left hand got so much better. And I actually trained a kid who showed up and he thought he was left-handed and was shooting very unorthodox, very bad form. And I was like, actually, dude, I really don't think you are left-handed. Like, we're going to train super hard to shoot right-handed. 6 years later, he's like one of the best shooters for his age, perfect form, shoots right-handed. And yeah, it's like a process to out-train certain body mechanics and things like that, but it is possible. So like, I would suggest that people try to be right-handed when it comes to guns, because just so many things, it just makes things easier. P&W Minuteman, what's happening? Modern Tactical Shooting is a lefty. Some guy named Jeff from Modern Tactical Shooting is a lefty with rifle but righty pistol. My only question with that is like, how do you set up your belt? Because if you're shooting lefty, right, you want to hit the mag release and reload with your right hand, but your pistol's there because you're right-handed. So like, it's got to be tricky setting up a belt when that's how you're rolling. And I wonder that. Like, we had a guy in our training class a little over a month ago, and he was like that, but he didn't have his equipment set up. So, Drew, do you know what eye you're dominant with? Absolutely. I mean, not only that, dude, if you have no choice but to shoot around a corner and you want to shoot right-handed, you're just exposing yourself more. Like, there's bullet flying. So, like, you have to practice that if you want to minimize your signature around any barrier or barricade or cover or concealment. Like, you got to train that. I think red dots actually make changing shoulders the easiest. You know what I mean? Like, because you can two eyes open, put the dot in the center of your face, put your cheek in about the same place you put it over here, and the dot should be there, you know? But it's hard. I mean, it's just, you know, everybody's body mechanics and stuff are different. So like, just, it takes working through all that to be proficient with it. Treat all firearms, keep your finger off the trigger until ready to fire. Be sure of what's around your target and what's beyond it. Never point a gun at something. Amen, Matthew Telhart. The 4 firearm safety rules, very important. You can break 1 and not have a tragedy happen. If you break 2, a very bad tragedy is probably going to happen. So definitely know the 4 firearm safety rules. Glad you put that in there. Absolutely. I did see the latest Hoffman video. Very cool. Very, very cool. I wonder if it works with a 3-position safety or if you're just stuck with the mode and not mode. I have my rifle magazine behind my pistol. I'm left eye dominant. So when you shoot pistol, Drew, do you tend to, like, Dark is left eye dominant, and he tends to, like, bring the gun in front of his left eye. Do you notice that as well? Me and Dark sat on, like, FaceTime and went over this, like, for hours one night. I'm right-handed, but left eye dominant. I had to work myself out of it. Same with me, Armsman. When I first got a handgun, I'm a righty. I was left eye dominant. And I just would close that left eye and train my right eye and train my right eye and train my right eye. Still not as good. My left eye is my better eye. But I would train, and I'd actually do this a lot. The rock. That's what got me out of it for a long time. I would do the rock eyebrow, like, can you smell what the rock is cooking? And what that does is squints my right eye so it's more focused. And doing that so corrected my eye. I don't know, like, my eyes didn't improve at all, but it just trained me through just constantly drawing, making that Popeye face. Yeah, see, look. I trained myself out of being left eye dominant. PVS 14 use gain to light level match, and you're good. Yeah, yep. But you increase gain, you can burn them out a little quicker. That's probably the best. And honestly, your pistol should be at like the 2 o'clock. So I would tell everybody, like, your pistol should be moved not on your hip, but more like right here. So when you transition, you just go down and pull up instead of having to reach back, which is stretching this shoulder. And then you have to come up here and then come forward where it's just here and out, almost like an appendix carry. Not quite, probably like a little bit off from an appendix carry, but try it out. I'm telling you, that is the way. Not only that, but you can get into a car a little easier because your gun's not on your hip, so you can have your gun a little bit more to the front. Definitely run the gun 2 o'clock. 1:30, 2 o'clock. Maybe 2:30, between 1:30 and 2:30. But I would just say 2 o'clock is the perfect position for a pistol on a duty belt. Also, if you're into any type of scuffling, like your gun's right here in front of you. You're not worried about someone approaching you from the side. If someone approaches you from the side, you still have everything right. It's all in front of you. You can protect. So yeah, I mean, it just kind of goes back to appendix is the safest place to have your weapon. The vertical live is a little too busy. Let's see. Let's see what Dark sent me. I shouldn't have clicked on that. Okay. Well, let it be busy. It's all good. People like busy on vertical lives. Let's see. Thank you, Matthew. I just to be responsible firearm owner. Absolutely, dude. All should be responsible and really always think about the condition of your weapon and what you're doing. And try not to handle weapons when you're highly distracted or have a lot of things going on. My wife and kids are right-handed but left dominant. Train them pistol right, rifle left. Man, that is so interesting, you guys. I would highly suggest to, like, just force yourself not to do that. It just makes life easier. Like, if you could, like, maybe set up an alternative belt, right, for, like, training it. And, like, train rifle righty, pistol righty, rifle righty, pistol righty. It just, the mechanics of everything, it changes. And I mean, you can do it. You definitely can run it that way. I'm just saying it does make things a little easier. Because like if you're transitioning from rifle, this hand that's going from a pistol grip is like normally if you transition and you're right-handed, you take your hand off the pistol grip of the rifle, go down, grab your pistol. You still have your rifle, like to check, right? Like if you needed to do a check drill or you're checking to see what type of malfunction. And how do you do that if you're left-handed and you got it, but you got to transition, right? How do you hold? I guess you could like, you'd have to take your arm, hold your arm out, swap arms to the rail, turn the gun, then grab your pistol, then maybe set the rifle down that way. That would be the way to do it. And then fire, reholster, scoop your gun with this hand, grab here. Oh, how do you reload? It's confusing. That is so confusing to me. It just seems like, maybe because I've trained that like right and right. And I'm sure you guys have your own methods of what works. Crazy thing is, I'm right eye dominant with rifles. I just didn't pick it up early on when I was training. Now it's too late and I'm not changing. Huh. Remember, dude, it's hard to teach an old dog new tricks. Yeah, 2 o'clock position. Best way. Appreciate it, Drewski. Put a pair of reader glasses on, relax your eyes, look into the distance for 10 to 20 seconds, then take them off, and you will have perfect vision for a short time. That's really interesting. I'm going to have to try that. Now think about it. Kick a football and a soccer ball with my left. Wow, weird. Now that I think about it, I kick a football and a soccer ball with my left. I'm brown eye dominant. It makes me a shitty shooter. That's funny. That's funny, 20 Al Rocco. I'm always super safe. 2 o'clock is where I be with the overt. Yes. I'm right-handed, right eye dominant, shoot left-handed. How? Sack nuts. Sack nuts 99. How is that possible? You're right-handed, right eye dominant. Why did you just start shooting left-handed? Keep rifle in the left hand. Just pull the pistol with the... Yeah, but I mean, like, the ergonomics of, like, setting your rifle down, right? Like, if you're a left-handed shooter, as a right-handed shooter, you normally move your rifle to your left side to clear space for your pistol. So if you're a left-handed shooter, which, like, are you guys like rolling your rifle into that side, to your left side, so you can clear room for mags and everything else? Like, it just seems like it would be like the moment you put the gun down, it'd be like almost on your pistol at the 2 o'clock. Like I said, I'm sure there's ways of doing it. It's just you got to find the best method. And so many people, it's non-traditional, so like you don't see a lot of people doing it. I'm going to search now and study the crap out of like guys who are left hand rifle, right hand pistol, and like learn some of this stuff. So I'm not such like a fish out of water talking about it. Starting a new government on Discord right now. Well, I hope that goes well for you, Kirk. Where's this government? Is it just like an internet government that operates solely on the internet? Oh, here's where I'm supposed to be. I'm ambidextrous. I'm pretty ambidextrous, but I still have preferences. You know what I mean? But yeah, I mean, hey, that's where perseverance and fortitude comes in, dude. You got the skills you got the mechanics you got, and you got to just, push through and figure out how to maximize your capabilities and whatever you have going, and just keep pushing the limits of where you are and trying to get to the next level. I can shoot pistol right-handed, any IWB cross draws. Ooh, I hope not. I don't think it's the worst thing. It just, now where do you put your magazine? I guess in the pocket. You got to go pocket. I am as well, dude. I am down for new government. It is the right of the people to alter or abolish it and institute a new government. That I am for. Shout out to the Declaration of Independence. Oh, guys, if you just go to my main page, and, you know, we're running a horizontal live too. So if you go to my main page, go to live stream, you'll see both of them. How did you change the formatting stuck? My gun belt is built for pistol in mind and can hold one rifle magazine. That's not bad. That's not. I know a lot of guys that set them up like that. I run 2 rifle mags and a drop leg with 2 more. And the reason I do that is because, man, all right. So building out my plate carrier, it's like guys are trying to carry so many mags on a plate carrier that's already the heaviest piece of kit that you're going to have. And it gets so bulky and I can't stand it. And like, my goal is to carry like at least 11 mags. So it's like, if I have 4 there, then I only got to carry another 7 with 1 in the gun. So I can carry 6 somewhere on the body. If I carry 5, then so be it. And I'm rocking 10. And a chest rig, battle belt. I got 10 mags on me and they're all highly accessible. So that's like my goal. But if I got to really dress up like that with 10 loaded mags, that means something is really wrong in the world. And I'm probably going to start off with my drum. And I'm going to run 60 mags, 60 rounds in the gun. And yeah, be ready for the apocalypse with at least 1 drum mag. Once it's out, it's gone forever. See you later, mag drummy. And then we're moving to the other 9 mags, right? And so like that's a pretty decent loadout, I think. But yeah, what I figured is if I can carry more on my belt, that's less I got to carry on my chest or in a backpack. Then they go in a backpack. Bro, how many mags do you think goes into a backpack before that backpack starts to become highly cumbersome? More than 6 in a backpack loaded, plus all the other stuff you got to carry in there, gets pretty heavy. You're going to be dropping that bag pretty quick. I know that. You ain't going to want to fight. Not at 38. I don't want to care. I don't want to be a Ninja Turtle on the battlefield. But I feel you. I mean, it's the same method. I have it on my plate carrier actually has 3 slots on the top for 3 more mags. So like someone behind me could grab 3 mags off my back. Or I could unclip and grab them and get to it with the QD. I would rather have the cumbersome. I hope you don't got to slide through like a fence or something like that, bro. I'm telling you. Speed wins all things. Speed and volume of fire. Speed, violence of action. Speed's number 1. I just would like to say that I said hello to everyone on the other stream. Nice. Fences are for gays. Fences make good neighbors. Haven't you ever heard that? I think gays actually take the fences down. The fences make good neighbors. That's why we need a border wall. All right, I'm gonna get into something, and me and DLD have this argument all the time. Mr. DLD After Dark, this one. Fences are for milquetoast and for keeping chickens in an area or dogs, or not letting your neighbors like look directly at your house. I like fences actually quite a bit, and big gates, stone walls. Big fan of fences. Geo fences? No, not a fan of those ones. Keeping critters out of my strawberries. Yep, yep. All right, so I had a guy comment on my video about building my go-to rifle and how I say the 12.5 is absolutely the best overall barrel length. Okay, I have to specify overall because he did the same thing and is like, I need some data. Is it the best at this? Is it the best at that? Is it the best overall? If we take an aggregate of all the things, right? What applications? Overall applications. You see? Overall. There is no 4. Like, there is no 4. It's just, you don't know the 4. You don't know the applications. So let's just say there is no particular, like, let's say this is a video game, okay? To make it simple. You don't know what stage you're about to get thrown into. It could be all indoors with a bunch of doors and all CQB inside a structure, opening doors, checking rooms, all that. Or you could get spawned into a farm and everybody is like at least 300 yards away, right? Like, so you don't know. You have no idea. So it's like, oh my gosh, should I take the 10.5? It's like, well, I hope I don't spawn into the forest. Okay. Should I take the 18-inch? I hope I don't spawn into the house where there's all doors that I got to go through constantly with this 18-inch, right? So it's like the overall best barrel length is the 12.5, right? I would say even you could splice it to like 12.5 to 14.9. I just don't think the velocity actually increases that much to 14.5 to say it's worth the extra 2 inches. So simple as that. It is that simple. It is using the KISS method. Keep it simple, stupid. Okay? I'm sure all of us have heard of this. Everyone used to write it in your yearbook at the end of the year, right? Like when you were in middle school. Keep it simple, stupid. KISS, homie. So, yes, 12.5. Best overall barrel length. If we aggregate all the features of every length, it's like if you ever did like a creative player in a video game and you only have so many points to add so many skills like speed, agility, whatever, right, into this character. If you had just enough to get the best overall package, you build the 12.5. It's that. If you want additional data, you can Google it. You can say, what's the velocity? Okay, but I'm already telling you, like, you don't need to spend that much time doing it. The 12.5 is the best one. Just from now on, if you're going to build another one, okay, unless it's like your CQB gun, I think 11.5 and 12.5 are the best for civilians, okay? Because we're not standing in a castle shooting at stuff 300 yards away all the time. We might have to do that, but we also might need to hide in a bush and something might be 40 yards away. So like we have no idea what situation the civilians would be. And now your terrain and where you live can dictate that. Like if you live in Nebraska in the middle of nowhere, you might not need a 12.5. Although if you have to hop in a vehicle or you have to hop on a four-wheeler or you have to do any type of movement with this joker, 12.5 is still going to be better. So it just depends on where you're at, where you spawn into. But if you have no idea where the spawning is going to be, then the 12.5 is the best. Did I make it crystal clear, Dark? Is it clear now that we're not talking about like the best for what? No, the best overall when you don't know what it's for, but you know you're going to need an AR. I know I need an AR, and I don't know what I'm going to be doing with this AR yet. So 12.5. I gotta scroll down. Yes, the KISS method. As long as you prime your sentence with that, sure, acceptable. Best barrel length for a machine gun fight in a phone booth. 3.5 inches. You're giving an explanation to a question that wasn't asked. I asked it. I think you were missing the point. No, the question is, what is the best overall barrel length? And if we take the word overall and you just say, what is the best barrel length? That literally still means overall. Like, when you ask, what is the best one out of all the other ones, there's one that's better than the rest. So we haven't dictated where we're going, what we're doing. So the best overall out of all of them is going to be the 12.5 because it can do the most. It has the most versatility out of everyone. Sorry, guys. I'm on my 12.5. If you carry a 12.5 and an extra 16-inch upper, you could be a grower, not a shower. That's a good way to put it, Rooster. You know me, dude. I'm carrying the 12.5 and the 13.9. Shortest I go is 11.5. The longest I go is 13.9. There's only 3 barrel lengths in my opinion. So, maybe I'm out of my mind anyway. You guys just like making yourself feel better about your purchase. No. Because I'm going to tell you the truth. If SBRs weren't free or the SBA 5 brace didn't exist, I would still say the 13.9 is the best. Because I wouldn't have to deal with $200 tax stamps and laws, and a 13.9 pin and weld to me would still be the best barrel length. But the fact that we have free tax stamps and you can go on there and do it yourself and it's free, then you can just SBR a 12.5 and you can set it up the same way you set up a 13.9. Like I just don't like. It's hard. I know that is the tricky thing. There's like a lot of companies don't make 12.5s. Like the Sons of Liberty Mark I, for instance. I'm like, oh, I wonder if they're going to make a 12.5. Nope. 11.5 or 14.5. That's all they got. They offer 2 barrel lengths. Nothing. They do make a 12.5. It's just not in the Mark I. So, like, probably companies do offer them, but like a Ballistic Advantage barrel, you can just order it and build out a 12.5. Roscoe 12.5. Like almost every company sells a 12.5 barrel. They are harder to find, but you can even find a BCM in 12.5. You don't get to ask questions. That's what I'm saying, Dark. It's gun to your head. What is the best barrel length? But my friend, I was wondering about the used car warranty and just wondering if you still had that vehicle. You don't get to ask questions. Yeah. That thing's fire. Drew, send me just pictures of it all the time because I love it. That thing's sick. The 12, like I said, man, 11.5 is right there. It's if 12.5 didn't exist, 11.5 would be the best. That's my opinion. No, I mean, I would just go with the 13.9. But yeah, I mean, it is virtually the same thing, right? We're virtually the same. The only thing I see about a 13.9 is that you can like get right at 16 inches versus like 16.25. And yeah, I might be like really splitting hairs here, but like I just, the goal for me is as short as humanly possible without hassle, right? Without hassling $200 more because I have an extra 1.5 inches on the gun or 1.5 inches less and all that stuff. So what if inches are fake news? We could use furlongs. We can go back to furlongs, guys. Like, there's no problem. Inchworm, measuring the marigolds. Ballistic Advantages in receivership now? What does that mean? Like they're being sold? I hear Aero Precision is going out of business. So I don't know. That's the rumor on the streets. But I believe that they're brother sister company of Ballistic Advantage, so not sure. No questions about why the best barrel length. I'm going with a 24-inch bullpup for CQB. Be my guest, bro. I want to see you hit those reloads. And a 16-inch Glock barrel. I actually think if someone was going to own a 16, I mean, they do make 16-inch Glock barrels actually. So I could see you slapping that into a 17L with the 16-inch barrel and being like, bro, I have all the velocity. That's funny. With the 16-inch Glock barrel, you can just poke people in the eye with it. You can just literally like come around the corner and just jam them in the face with the 16-inch barrel, just boom, right through his eyeball. You don't even have to fire it. You just have a freaking bayonet barrel. I wonder if you could like sharpen it too. Someone should do that. Someone should make the 16-inch Glock barrel that has like the spikes on the end. Hilarious. You're gonna need. Oh, you could put a foregrip on it because it has a 16-inch barrel too, so you could like come around the corner with it and just boom. Ooh. Brutality. Fatality. I think because they didn't ever make a 12.5, to my knowledge. I have a 9-inch barrel for my Glock 20. Used it when I would go backpack hunting in Colorado. That's pretty cool. Muzzle punch, yeah. I think the 0.5 is best for the Glock. Yes. I'm an ass for asking this. Where are the Glock revolvers at? I don't know. Glock should do more. They could do more. They just don't have to. That's the thing. It's like they have dominated the market for 30 years. I think if you look up how many Glocks have been sold over the last 30 years, the number would be like ridiculous. They probably have mined like where the amount of weight in steel and plastic. Let's look it up. How many Glocks? I don't even think they can put a number on it. Have been sold since the first Glock. Okay. Since the introduction of the first Glock pistol in 1982, more than 20 to 22 million Glock handguns have been produced and sold globally. I actually think this is undercutting it too. This staggering total makes the polymer frame striker fire platform the best-selling handgun line in history. There has been more Glock handguns sold than any other lineup of handguns in the history of the world. Probably a good one to go with. In the United States alone, Glocks amount for a massive share of the handgun market and consistently see over 1 million units sold each year. And I actually think it's more than that, to be honest with you. Additionally, Glock holds an estimate 65% market share in U.S. law enforcement agencies. Enforcement by a 65% market share. If you'd like, I can help you compare the difference between specific Glock generations, such as the Gen 3 versus the Gen 5. Find authorized dealers in your area. Estimate current market prices for popular Glock models, such as the Glock 19 or the Glock 17. No, thank you. But thank you for the information, Goggle. That's crazy. It's one of the best handguns in existence. Yeah. I will never financially recover from this. How many cheeseburgers have been sold? Yeah, more than bro. You want to do that one again? Okay. Oh my goodness. How many cheeseburgers has McDonald's sold throughout its existence? Well over 400 to 500 billion. 500 billion, bro. That can't be. There's not enough cows to live from the beginning of Adam and Eve to make 500 billion. Dude, that's absolutely insane. McDonald's has sold over 500 billion cheeseburgers since its existence. Come on now. What is happening? What is really cooking here? No, I'm telling you, I'm reading it right here. 75 burgers per second. McDonald's stopped tracking its exact hamburger count after passing 100 billion in 1994. So an exact figure doesn't exist. However, based on an estimate sales of around 75 burgers per second, an analysis estimates the total number sold throughout its history would be well over 400 to 500 billion. If you're curious about the historical milestones the company used to promote on their signs, 100 million reached before 1960. 100 million before 1960. 1960, they sold 100 million. 1 billion hit in 1963. On the Art of the Linkletter Show, 50 billion celebrated in 1984 with co-founder Richard McDonald served the commemorative burger, number 50 billion. 99 billion / billions and billions served, the catchphrase adopted on Signature Shorty before they stopped counting altogether. So yeah, they just stopped at 100 billion. Oh, beef so fake meat. Kurt 24, what's going on, brother? What's going on? You should be receiving your holster soon. I know that. I know it's out. Would love to see a picture of it. You should throw it up on Instagram or something when you get it, because I didn't get to see yours before it went out. And Armstrong said he should have took a picture and sent it to me. Neighbor told me selling cows is like selling trees. That was all he said. Then he walked off. James L. What's going on? What's going on? And 86 kids go missing every minute. Yeah. They were like, we need a name for this. How can we tell everybody it's not happening? Let's just call it the Satanic Panic. And we'll make fun of it. We will not acknowledge that Satanism is creeping into Hollywood, and they are promoting it greatly, as well as witchcraft. By the way, here's your new horror movie. Let's watch Jason. Let's watch Freddy. Let's watch It. Stop panicking over the satanic stuff that is being promoted to your children. I just did some ballpark math. The missing persons and the math of human weight versus quarter pounders is actually not too far off. It's kind of scary. Yeah, I don't know. Big Mac was invented by a franchiser in the Pittsburgh area. That's funny, dude. The math don't math. Where is all that beef coming from? And don't get me started on chicken. Yeah, I know. Don't get me started on chicken either, dude. A 50-year-old veneer tree can catch a nice price. The family used to sell Douglas firs about $10K each. Yeah, tree market is wild. That are pushing 200 years old, from what an arborist told me. I don't make peace with wickedness. Amen to that, Garen. I'm more a Filet-O-Fish guy. Ooh, I've never had a McDonald's Filet-O-Fish. I don't know about that one. Just got home from work, Kurt. Have to be back in 8 hours. Oh, man, Mike. I won't keep you up too long. Only a couple pints. So, yeah, man, I mean, obviously the world is a crazy place. And we live in a very interesting realm, fallen due to the decisions of mankind. And mentally have to deal with a lot of that from time to time. the constraints that powers that be like to put on us, the taxation, which is illegal and unconstitutional. I have never in my life eaten a McRib either. Maybe it is. I have no idea. I gotta say though, the bacon, egg, and cheese biscuits from McDonald's back in the day, bruh. And I have to say the best one, the chicken, egg, and cheese biscuit from Chick-fil-A in the morning. I don't know if I'll ever have one again in my life, but the most delicious. Get 2 of those, dude. Although I feel like I ate a box of concrete, they're ridiculous. Chicken, egg, and cheese biscuit from Chick-fil-A is by far the most phenomenal thing offered in fast food business. I've been really good though. I haven't had fast food in a hot long time. The only thing I've had from fast food is chili from Culver's, and I've had a Reuben from Culver's over the last 4 months. That's all I've had. I'll still go live on Rumble every Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday at 10:30 p.m. Eastern, roughly. Between 10:30 and midnight. Closer to 10:30 majority of the time, though. I have to say. He's a little bit better at being on time than I am. And now I feel really bad about my time schedule. I'm having taco talks come on the show in a few weeks. So pumped. Yo, man, that's awesome. I'm glad I sent you that video from him, and I'm excited. You should maybe have a highly knowledgeable Christian such as myself who is highly astute in studying the word. Maybe I'll be in the chat. We'll see. I will try to be in the chat. If I can't be on the show to ask personal questions. I'll gum down McFlurry. Ooh, dude, I seen what's in the McFlurries and in the machines, bro. Their machines have the most bacteria of anything, dude. I'm gonna tell you the truth, bro. If you've seen what I've seen in the amount of bacteria in the McDonald's machines, this is all speculation, by the way. Like, shout out to McDonald's. You guys are probably doing great things, and it might just be like internet hoax stuff that I'm watching. So, like, this is not fact. And I do not speak for McDonald's. This is just my personal opinion, and it's for entertainment purposes only. But yeah, don't get me wrong. I've had some McFlurries back in the day in high school and stuff. Like, we definitely went and snagged some McFlurries. But yeah, I mean, to be honest with you, dude, you got to purge this. Like, you eat this stuff over the years. Like, that's why young people are fit and easy and like recover easy and stuff. Like, they don't have years and years of piled up chemicals and toxins filtered through their livers and their kidneys, and from making bad food decisions, man. And like, I'm at the point now where it's like I would rather starve and fast and pray and fast than eat some like stuff like this. I literally would vomit at some, like, I just can't. Steak, egg, and cheese breakfast bagel sandwich at McDonald's used to be. I never had that one. Once I stopped eating pork, I think I would get like the egg and cheese biscuit. I love biscuits, bro. I'm a Southerner, like, and I don't eat pork either, so I need like biscuits and gravy with no pork gravy. It's tough, bro. I can't eat biscuits probably ever again. I wish biscuits never existed. They're so good. Or I need to learn how to make them like from scratch with like wheat flour and throw some wheat germ in it and some peptides in there as well. Eat it like I'm not going back, bro. I love food. Like, I am a foodie. I could eat and eat and eat and eat. And then when I'm done eating, I could like take a nap and eat more. And I'm not doing it. Bro, you've been working out. Yeah, I've been working out hard, bro. Been working out real hard. Frag out. Love you, brother. Hope you're doing well. Get that Cerakote grinding. And happy to see you rebuilding everything, brother. Proud of you, dude. And always a pleasure to have you come by. guys, don't forget to check out Frag Out Designs, Frag Out Design Studios, Frag Out Firearms. Check him out. You'll love his stuff. There's not a person in the world who doesn't love what Frag Out produces. Literally living organisms in the ice cream machines. Yeah, bro. It's like, oh. It almost makes me like terrified to eat anything. Although I gotta say, like Culver's custards seem okay because I think they're not in like a machine. They don't come out of a machine, to my knowledge. Soft serve though, like really has me worried now. Like super worried. Don't look into what soda fountain hoses look like. Oh yeah, soda fountain hoses. The amount of like caked up freaking corn syrup. Yeah. Not good. Tell me you guys don't worry about like even getting ice from the ice machine at the gas station. I'm like, God, I bet you this ice machine is absolutely so filthy and there's so much gunk inside of this ice going through it. Tell me you haven't thought of that where you're like, bro, I got a feeling this ice, even my ice machine, I'm like, man, I hope the water goes through the filter in the fridge. But now my water filter in my fridge isn't as good as like my Berkey. So I'm like, yeah, even that. Or like ice that comes in a bag that's sitting in a cooler outside of 7-Eleven. I don't know. If this was still the 90s, I probably wouldn't think too much about that. But like people just care a lot less nowadays. Like we used to drink from hoses, not think twice about it. But you never know. Maybe that affected a lot of us. Take it easy and have a safe trip, brother. Yeah, safe trip, Frag. It's so disgusting. Yeah, fasting is so good for you. I'm telling you, Matthew Telhart, look up sardine fasting because I'm going to tell you the truth. You don't really receive the benefits of fasting until you're past, I believe, 48 hours. Like you need to go 2 days without eating, and that is really hard for people, dude. Like unless you can be like, I'm not going to get out of bed and I'm going to snooze this whole thing out, which is still good for you because like I actually had been doing research lately. I'm like, why am I like 4 pounds heavier before bed than I am when I wake up? And like I looked it up. Today I weighed 226. And actually I weighed myself before the live stream and I was 228. So I only gained 2 pounds today, but I did work out for like 2 hours plus do the Stairmaster. And I ate very clean today. Like, I think I ate white rice. I don't think I had any bread, sardines, eggs. I had eggs, codfish, and some potatoes for breakfast. Potatoes, rice, steak for dinner. Protein shakes, sardines for lunch. Just a can of sardines. That was my whole meal for the day. And like I could be more diligent and I like should incorporate more like fruit. I try to eat as much fruit as I can, but like I try to also leave all the fruit for the kids. Like I can't like, bro, it's hard feeding a family of 5, especially 3 kids. They eat a lot. My kids eat I look hard at it. It's probably close to like 3 to 4 bushels of bananas a week. And my 2-year-old probably eats half the banana and throws the other half on the ground. Unfortunately, sometimes he eats the whole thing, but like, I'm telling you guys, bro, the peptides are no joke, dude. Like, they are worth trying it. Like, I have had 0 side effects from taking peptides. Look up what's called retatrutide. If you need to lose some weight, you don't need to take it long term. You need to have a plan not to put the weight back on, so don't go back to the same behaviors that you were doing. But retatrutide will drop weight off you, and it's not just like this thing that's eating your fat. It's signaling to your body to use your fat, your stored fat, as energy. And it really focuses on the liver. So if you have fatty liver disease, retatrutide helps reverse that by telling your body, signaling to the liver to start utilizing the fat that's around your liver as energy. It's really good. So you're improving your organ health and stuff like that. I mean, I don't know if it's FDA approved, which to me means nothing. because the FDA is not something that I endorse. But yeah, I mean, intermittent fasting, dude. Like when I was heavy, I would intermittent fast all the time. And as soon as you eat, you can send the body, if you don't fast for days on end, days, then you're really not getting the benefits. Because what you want to do when you're fasting is you want to signal the body, just like what this retatrutide does. You want to signal the body to start eating your fat. Eat this fat and use it as energy. And when after about 48 hours, if you feeling like garbage, like you want to eat, you get like surges of energy because the body finally signals to itself, okay, I've been storing this fat now. I'm going to use this fat for energy. And it signals the body to start using it, and you feel great. That's why when you take the retatrutide, you don't have a massive desire to eat food because your body's burning and eating the fat that's already there as if you had fasted for 48 hours. So I'm telling you, and I can get the peptides. I'll mail them to you. You can also get them from men's health clinics and other stuff. But just look it up. I will spell it. I will spell it for you guys. Oh man, jalapeno relish is like heaven. I love pickles and jalapenos together. Oh, I love the sound of that. And I don't even know if it has pickles, but I love both of them. Yeah, and I mean the only problem with this is this intermittent fasting stuff, bro, you can slow your metabolism down to then when you do eat, your body is not digesting the food very fast. That's why you could feel full eating one meal, but your body hasn't been signaled to turn on this amino acid that tells the body to start burning its own fat and using that as energy. Oh yeah, bro. Steak and Shake. First of all, Steak and Shake has absolutely the best French fries. Where you can take like 20 of them and go, yeah. I used to like their chicken fingers with their cheese sauce way back in the day. But I don't want to make anybody want this kind of food, bro. Like thank you between heaven and earth and the Lord Jesus Christ that I have found a way to have the discipline to not eat that stuff. Making biscuits is easy. You can also grind your own flour. Yeah, that's what I would want to do, dude. Yep, and make my own beef gravy with just a little bit of like organic cream. Dude, if we still ate like we lived on a farm, you could eat more stuff and just be strong and not gain the kind of weight with the chemicals that's in all our stuff. Bro, go read an ingredient bag of frozen biscuits in the freezer, in the frozen section. It's like, it's absurd. And it's like they're frozen. How is it more economical to use chemicals than real food? I guess because there's not as much real food to feed the population of humans that are out there, and they don't want to feed us. The farms are exclusive to the people who want to feed themselves and want us sick, who also own the medical system, probably. That's just my guess. It's a theory. It might not be true at all, but maybe it is. I don't know. We'll have to investigate more into that theory. One Rolling Rock's not that bad. I don't know how many Rolling Rocks you've had, though. Culver's makes their stuff every day. Yeah. Culver's is probably like, if I had to eat fast food, I get the Reuben and I get some chili now. That is all I will touch. I'm not touching anything. The Reuben's fairly small. That caked up stuff is black mold. Yeah. Oh. Corn syrup clogs your cardio. I caught it up for 3 days after. I will not touch soda. No. I almost bought a White Monster. I was like, dude, shit, what's up with these White Monsters, bro? Like Instagram, it's like you just post a picture of a gun and a White Monster and you got 20,000 views. So I'm like, maybe I should get a White Monster and put it next to my Glock. But then I got it and I held it and I was like, nah, I'm not buying anything from this company with your little symbol. Asked if I thought he was low on any vitamins. I told him probably has low T. Dude, I told people that too. I'm like, you should definitely get your T checked. There's nothing wrong with TRT, man. If you get your testosterone levels checked and they're not high, like you, and there's a difference between like acceptable and optimal, right? Like you can have an acceptable level, but do you have an optimal level? And an optimal level is what you want. And I've been looking at that stuff, Marsmen. I haven't pulled the trigger on it, but it looks pretty good stuff because it has like Shilajit and all the natural stuff that actually does help people increase their testosterone. I don't know. Check it out. Check out Marsmen. I'm supposed to write them an email because I was like, you know what, Marsmen, send me some of these things. I want to test them out, see how I feel taking the Marsmen, and maybe you sponsor my show or something. So I need to write them an email. I talked to them on Instagram. Yeah, high doses of fluorine and lithium antibodies help you. Yeah, I wonder too. Like stem cell research is probably an awesome thing, dude. Like I bet you stem cells actually do a lot. Do the bears smell the ketosis? I don't know, but like, there's a lot. I feel like the bugs, like they're okay. I'm rambling on this one, but like, some people are like attract bug bites, and some people don't. And from what I've read, blood types actually play a big part in this, and blood types actually pay. This is all just stuff I've read on the internet that I'm talking about. I am not a doctor. Do not take medical advice from me at all whatsoever. But blood types apparently, from what I've read, can play a part in whether or not like mosquitoes are attracted to wanting to drink your blood and attack you viciously. And someone told me there's like certain pills you can take to make them not want to, which I don't know about that. It sounds a lot like flea medicine, which like flea medicine, if you look at that, it's like, are you making your blood toxic so that mosquitoes don't want to drink it? I don't know. It's just interesting stuff. I'd have to read more about it, but I have no idea. Yes, that's what I read. And then you also release fluids as you sleep. Like you sweat, you're releasing fluids as you sleep. That's why mattresses get so disgusting. You should always put a waterproof mattress or a mattress cover on every mattress, even if you don't have a baby who's going to piss the bed. You should protect your mattresses with waterproof mattress covers. Bears have good noses. Pickles, yeah, pickles. Actually, a diet of all fermented food is very good. Fermented foods are fantastic. Once you purge, detox it out of your system, you can tell it's all poison, 100%, bro. Like, and you stop wanting it at all. It's weird. Rip curl readiness, my brother. Good to see you. Good to see you. Good to see you. Always an honor. Always a pleasure to have you around, Rip Curl. FDA approved, but they get paid to approve facts. Hopefully I will pass my amateur radio test. Jojo, I hope you do as well, brother. If not, just keep studying, keep taking it. Dark improving slowly. Had to quit drinking. Awesome, bro. Bro, I'm telling you, just walk away from stuff. The goal is to not be tied to anything, bro. To be free from all addictions, all chemical needs, right? And to cleanse the body and cleanse the temple of God, fill it with the Holy Spirit. That's why fasting is important and talked about in the Bible, because you should, when you fast for 48 hours, bro, I don't know how many people do it without prayer and without being in touch with the spiritual side of their body, because I bet I would love pickled jalapenos. I should try those. Yeah, I mean, it's, I wouldn't say it's the most difficult thing in the world. I think there's more difficult things. I think the most difficult thing in the world would be for someone to lose a child. Absolutely. It seems like the hardest thing in my mind. Devastating. But it is a hard thing, very hard thing. But the thing is you can do it, bro. You can do it. And it may bring you to the brink of torture, but it is necessary. And to purge wickedness from the body is what we need to do. I know Red Dawn. I just wish I was chosen. You are chosen, brother. I don't know where you get it from. You are chosen. O ye little of faith, for thou need a mustard seed of size faith, for it will grow to a giant tree filled with great fruits. You will eat the bugs. There's certain bugs that are okay to eat, though. Probably shouldn't eat too many of them, but there are certain bugs that are okay to eat. 90% of what's in the grocery store was not available 100 years ago. Yeah, facts. Yeah, like pretty much everything that comes in a box is not good. I don't know if you've heard like you should shop around the outsides of the grocery store is the healthier stuff, and like everything down the aisles that comes in boxes and bags is most likely not the good stuff. No, I understand, bro. But you gotta keep trying. Don't quit trying. Don't accept it. Don't just accept defeat. Never stop trying, finding an open doorway that leads to the glorious light of the Lord Jesus Christ, bro. Bust a fart out, bro. I don't have to fart right now. Sorry. You could fart for us. We actually have some ding dongs that come into DLD After Dark's Rumble chats, and they literally post the word fart like 900 times, and they're super obnoxious. I don't know where they come from, but they need to get a life. Yes, the DTs from alcohol can be dangerous. Yeah, yeah. I mean, withdrawals are no joke for sure. I mean, I think it's like it's the I don't want to say it's the judgment, but like with sin comes death, right? So like the punishment for sin is death. You must purge death from your life so that you may live, so that you may live the eternal life, right? And it's not what goes in the body, but what comes out of the body that truly matters. So if you do have that problem, then work on it, but and don't condemn yourself to eternal damnation over it, um, because it's what comes out of you that is the most important. 7 days fast after the first 2 or 3, it's golden. Yes, sir, sack nuts. That is the truth. That is the truth. But yeah, I mean, this is about fortitude. So I know we've talked about all kinds of different things for an hour and a half. But the biggest thing is I just want everybody to maintain a powerful spirit of positivity, which comes from your faith and belief in Jesus, that he has a purpose for your life, that eventually it will be achieved. If you seek, you will find. If you knock, the door will be open unto you. And you cannot stop seeking. You cannot stop trying. And you cannot stop knocking. So no matter what, no matter where you are, no matter what you're going through, know that Jesus Christ loves you and he wants the best for your life. And so do a lot of his followers. So do all his true followers. And, I want the best for everybody. I'm sure everybody who thinks that way wants the best for you. And I pray that people want the best for me. And I can't thank enough for the people who have helped me. This has been one of the most challenging times. And, I hope I make it this month. We're teetering on whether or not we're going to need to quick sell this house and have no idea where we're going. Whether or not I get a job to replace the job that I had. And I can't thank you guys enough. I can't thank Drew and Kurt and DLD After Dark and Matthew Telhart. And like last month, you guys literally saved my life from having to move. I've been doing as many side jobs as I can, but they come up and sometimes they don't come up, which is terrible. But I didn't hear back from the recruiter today on that one position. So I hope Monday morning he hits me up like, okay, we finally got it on the books. You got your next interview. God is always there for you. All you have to do is choose to come back to him. Jesus is waiting with open arms to be your best friend and shepherd. Amen to that. I was wondering what that smell was, Mikey. That's funny. Um, but yeah, man. I mean, the biggest thing is like, bro, just don't pout. You know, most of us men, we don't, we can't really afford the luxury of pouting and whining. Like it sucks, and we got to keep moving forward. And a lot of that has to do with faith. Like you may not see the light at the end of the tunnel, but you're in a tunnel, right? So it's going to go somewhere. So just keep going, and you know, constantly try to make little improvements with what you can, right? Like, thank God I've had a little bit of time to dedicate to my health, even though this time has been super hard and not having consistent work. I've had a positive thing come out of it where I've gotten in much better shape. I finally have a direction of something that I want to achieve and do it for the next 20 plus years. And it's something I can rely on if I can get it all taken care of and settled, which is probably going into law enforcement. And, you know, enough, you know, I have had mixed reviews, and I'm sure majority of Americans have had mixed reviews on law enforcement and all the different videos and things we've seen over the last few years. But we need good people in that career field, and I feel like I would be one of the good ones. And I praise Jesus, and I pray to him that all that works out in my favor, and that even under any situation, he always has his hand on me. And I pray that for all of you. And I just am having faith and praying that it works out. I don't know if I'm going to last long enough to make it to the academy with the financial situation going on, and I may have to relocate and go start over and apply at a new spot, new surroundings, and uprooting my family and not knowing where we're going. So if anybody does have like land for sale or can or has a house that they'd be willing to hold the mortgage for, like I could sell the house and start paying that mortgage and get a job and then get the FDA loan with the job, and then buy the house, pay it all off. And if anybody knows anyone anywhere in the country that's a decent spot and it's not a blue magoo spot and they hate gun rights and stuff, I'd love if you reached out to me and said, hey man, I know someone who wants to sell a house, and they'd hold the mortgage for a few years. And because that would be a massive blessing, because like I have a good investment in my house and we're outgrowing it anyway. But buying raw land and living in a trailer with dogs and kids is not ideal. But if we have to do that, then I will have more than a mustard seed of faith. And I will put my faith in Jesus that things will work out. And I will not stop pushing forward and moving forward and being a good leader and a good role model for my children and loving my wife and trying to encourage her to have the same level of faith, and us appreciating all the little things like a beautiful family and great health and that we can see and breathe, and you know, all these little things that you need to be grateful for, because you can always focus on what's negative in your life, or you could literally spend every day for 24 hours that you have from the time you wake up and your eyes open to say, thank you, God, for waking me up today, that I get to see another day. Thank you. I am so grateful for the good people in my life, for the opportunity to shine your light over this world. And you can probably hear it in my voice, bro. Like it makes me emotional because it's not easy to do. It's not easy to stay positive when everything around you seems like it sucks. And you need to take the time to look at the beautiful things and say, you know what? It all doesn't suck. And I am grateful and I am very appreciative for all these things that I'm overlooking right now because I'm so focused on the negative. And we must break that from our spirits, right? It says 365 times in the Bible, do not be afraid. And fear is a lot of our cause of stress. I'm getting goosebumps talking about this. My legs are covered in goosebumps, but it's tough for all of us. So, if you're a human being and you age and you have sickness and you lose friends and you lose family, people mistreat you and some people treat you bad, and there's people in your life that just want to pick on every negative thing in your life instead of telling you how proud they are of you for overcoming and having fortitude and persevering through hard times. Well, don't listen to them and don't let them shake you. Don't let them ruffle your feathers and make you feel like you are lesser than what you are, because God created you for a purpose, and you continue on with the highest level of faith, because it's going to work out. And if it doesn't work out, it's okay. You get up and you try again. So that's what I'm going to leave you guys with. I'm going to read one Bible verse that it just kind of came to my head. And it comes from Proverbs. A righteous man may fall 7 times and rise again, but the wicked shall fall by calamity. Do not rejoice when your enemy falls, and do not let your heart be glad when he stumbles, lest the Lord see it and it displeases him, and he turns away his wrath from him. So I'll finish that entire chapter. This is Proverbs chapter 24. Do not fret because of evildoers, nor be envious of the wicked, for there will be no prospect for the evil man. The lamp of the wicked will be put out. My son, fear the Lord and the king. Do not associate with those given to change, for their calamity will rise suddenly, and who knows the ruin those two can bring. And the two he's talking about is the Lord and the King. So, yeah, guys. I mean, further sayings to the wise, as we can continue with 23. These things also belong to the wise. It is not good to show partially in judgment. He who says to the wicked, you are righteous, him the people will curse. Nations will abhor him. But those who rebuke the wicked will have delight, and the good blessing will come upon them. So, yeah, guys, I needed that. I needed just to I hope it brought some benefit and comfort to your spirits and encouragement, because I needed it. And I just thank you guys for spending the night hanging out with me. And I will have another 2 live streams this week and try to put out a couple more videos and just try to keep adding value where I can. And just try the best every day, guys. That's what I'm going to continue to do. And I appreciate everything you guys do and the support that you guys show me. So if you hit the like button, comment on the video, all that stuff, it every little thing just encourages me, dude, because it's not easy right now. So love you guys. Appreciate you guys. This is your brother Nomad Remnant. We're going to continue on. We are going to persevere. We'll see you guys on the next one. Keep your heads up, keep the faith, and be the light of the world. Over and out.
The remnant of nomads feel lost in a world they don't recognize, controlled by evil forces who seek to enslave them. They have trained and prepared for this very moment.